Your confidence is no substitute for skill. You will fall before my divinity. I am not a man. I am a god.
Hi guys, welcome to a new guide video. Today I will show you how to play Lee Sin. Ability sequence on Lee Sin: max out the Q first because it's your main damage with mobility, W second for even more mobility as well as the shield and sustain, and then E last for the AoE damage and slow. Put points into your ultimate whenever possible, so that means at level 6, 11 and 16. Okay guys, so we're gonna start with the W level 1 here because it's our shield and sustain, so that makes it really easy for us to clear out the jungle camp without losing too much HP. It also happens to be our mobility. Lee Sin is a very aggressive early game champion, so you mainly want to look to get level 3 as soon as possible, and then you start looking for invades or ganks. So we're going for the blue buff here, taking Q second. What is really important to know on this champion is that you want to play around the passive, so every single time you use an ability then you get bonus attack speed for 2 auto attacks, and then you regen some energy. So what you want to do is that you press W once, 2 auto attacks, then W again, 2 auto attacks. That way you can clear the jungle camps efficiently without losing a lot of HP. W, 2 auto attacks, then W again, 2 auto attacks. And then you use your Q. And then you wait smiting it until the end here, so because it deals more damage if you're high HP. Now you have level 3 from these camps here, then we can look for a gank. I'm trying to gank a Nautilus because he's really good at setting up ganks. So we can probably take out a flash here if he hit his hook. Okay, never mind. Oh, nice. Great. We can look for another gank here. He can flash auto to get the stun off, or root, or whatever it is, and then we can look for a kill, but Primus is top side, so I'm gonna clear out this Scuttle here and then try look for gank again. You mainly want to play it really aggressive. It is not a farming champion. Lee is really strong in the early stages, so you want to abuse that. It means you don't AFK farm at all on this champ. It is one of the hardest champions to play in the entire game, so it's not something you can expect to master in a couple games. You have to invest a lot of time into him. Very hard to gank this guy here. I can look to help mid. We are spending a lot of time not farming, so I need to go back and do that. So in the early game, that's why it's really important to make use of this passive here, so throwing in 2 auto attacks. But later on, when you have enough levels and items, then it doesn't really matter that much, because then you just one-shot the camps either way, so this is just to make it really efficient in the early stages. Okay. We want that level 6 as well. When you get level 6, that's where you should be able to get Guarantee kills. W here. Nice. I did not get the kill, but she got both. That's actually really good for us. Yeah, if this camps up, there it is. So after like your first base, then you just mainly want to stay in the enemy jungle or you want to keep ganking. So you deny the enemy jungler at the same time, while getting yourself ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and recall here because I have a lot of gold, so I want to use that. Blue Smite is really good on Lee Sin because that slow makes it easier for you to land your Q skill shot. And also allows you to walk behind them and then kick them into your teammates. And since a lot of them are squishy targets, it's not really people we want to be 1 versus 1 for a extended period of time. It's mainly about bursting them down really fast, so Blue Smite is a lot better. You want to go Red Smite if you're going to fight in extended fights. Right, look for another gank bot. We have Conqueror. Not winning that. He's still really tanky though. I'm not sure what he was doing. Kinda interesting. Lux is really low HP as well. Can dash to a ward here. Now we have ultimate up. So what you do with your ultimate, if you can secure a guaranteed hit with your skill shot, then you can ult them first, and while they're in the air, it's kind of like they're CC'd, so they will not be able to flash or anything. So while they're in the air, then you control the Q, and that's basically a guaranteed hit. So that's what I did right here. Plus the camps are up. I don't really like ganking top lane, because it's bruisers mainly and they're really tanky, really difficult to take down as well, so unless they are low HP, then I usually just leave them alone. Or unless we have some kind of hard CC. Garen doesn't really have anything at all, he has no CC whatsoever, so he's not that good at setting up ganks compared to someone like Nautilus in the bottom lane. They're somewhat even. Go ahead and recall again, so now we have the smite item here completed. Of course, warding totems is something you never want to switch out on Lee Sin, because that just works like his mobility, because it works with his W, so you can dash to the wards. So no matter how the game is going, you never ever want to sell out this warding totem, on this champion at least. Because if you do that, then he loses a lot of the mobility. The mobility is the reason he is so good. If you can go for counter gang here, he might be coming this way, so I'm just gonna wait. Turned out pretty good. I just waited for him to engage fully. So we're gonna go for this dive here. We should definitely pick it up. So I can tank and Aldous can tank. Wayne should not be tanking this one here at all. So I'm gonna tank it a bit. Nice. Almost died one. That turned out pretty well for us. So this is why Blue Smite is so good, because you can slow people and then basically make it way easier for you to land the other skill shots. I don't think he had to flash right there. I could have W'd him. It's all good. And we also want to focus the objectives here. The dragon is up. They definitely have a lot of CC. They have Rammus, they have Lux as well, they also have Teemo, so I'm gonna go for the Mercs. Then we proceed into the Cleaver. But if they don't have a lot of CC, like if they had an AD jungler, then I would have went for the Ninja Tabais. My ultimate is almost up, so we want to look for a gank again. You basically want to gank as soon as this ult is up. You can really abuse that, because it is so OP against the mobile champions. So they have Teemo right now and they have Nasus. They also have Lux in the middle lane, should be pretty free. I think Diana can win this. Oh, rip. You just let that one go, it's not really that important, it's the first strike. I'm gonna clear this so Lux can't take the tower plates. Oh, I got hit by that one. That was not intended to do. So Rammus is pretty squishy in the early stages, but once you get his items, then it's going to be really difficult bursting this guy down. Now we're gonna counter jungle this guy quite a bit here, deny him his blue buff. Lee Sin is one of the best champions at doing this. He's very mobile, so even if people come to gank him, he can easily escape. But it is not a farming jungler, so you don't want to be farming all game. I have my shield and I also have Conqueror, so he's not winning this at all. On those wolves as well, and then I can head towards this bottom side jungle. Just keep being annoying like this here, that's basically what you want to do in Lee Sin. I can look to gank mid as well, even though I don't have my ultimate up, because we have the blue smite, so we can slow her. Okay, she put a ward here. Didn't. Okay, we can go ahead and clear out the ripoff, and then we can look for another gank, because then our ultimate is up again. Oh, she's dead, rip. Right now it doesn't really matter anymore making full use of the passive, because you can clear the camps out so fast. Coming here. Almost have my ward up. So this is the insect right here. Ward behind them, and then use that to ult, and then you knock them into your teammates. He does not have flash up, so that is pretty free. There we go. Now we have enough gold for the black cleaver here, so that makes it really way easier to fight the tanks. Tankier targets. So Rammus and Nasus will be a lot easier to deal with right now, because we have the armor pin here as well. We also have some HP, so also harder to burst us down at the same time. So the goal on this champion is really to take over the early game, the early mid game. That is where he is strong. He falls off in the late game though. Any scaling jungler will be able to destroy you. Tanks are also much more useful than Lee Sin in the later stages, because they offer a lot in the team fights. Lee Sin only has his kick, and if people are grouped up then it's hard to pull those off. Very low HP. Find this guy here. We don't have a ward up. You don't want to waste wards all the time, but you want to save it as a dash tool for your W. Okay, I kind of ended right there. I do not want to waste ult on this right here. That would be such a waste. I want to use my ultimate bottom lane here, because then we can turn that into a free Drake. My bot lane just recalls, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna clear the bottom side camps and then I will meet them in the bot lane. Even though it is an early game champ, you still want to make sure you're farming up, else you will end up falling behind. That is not good on this champ at all. If you fall behind, then he's very useless. Tanks who are behind can still be useful later on, because they just build tank items and then they can work as a front line. A bit annoying. I can't really switch this out for the red lens here, so it's going to be a bit difficult. Now that Rammus is down, we can go ahead and do the Drake, so play for the objectives. I got the first one. Don't want to give over objectives once we are ahead. I smited it. I didn't have to, but Lux could potentially steal it, so I risk that. I'm just gonna clear out the wards here. I had to remember that I have a huge bounty on me, so I can't really go for in place. I want Nautilus to engage though, but he's not really doing it. I have to help out mid. I see Lux is probably... oh, she's not recalling. Then I can go for a gank here. Always try to flank like this here. There you can kick her. You should be dead, don't need to ult. Nice, and Diana got the kill, so that's fine as well. I'm gonna turn this into a herald. Have Garen helping us. We already knew she used the flash right there, so that's why I did not ult, but if she didn't, then I would have kicked her into a Q, because that way we secure that kill, because there's no way to escape it, pretty much. Sitting on a lot of gold again here. Bot lane is struggling a bit. Clearing out the camps really fast. Always make sure you farm up still. Because if you only gang all the time, then you're just gonna end up falling behind no matter what. Too greedy. Guide to defense upside though. Kick him into tower range so he can tank that. Not escaping. We have the rebuff. Nasus is really annoying if he gets his items. He can easily win the 1 versus 1s. I'm gonna use the herald here on the top side. We have a lot of gold, so we also want to base soon. gonna take down this tower. They got the bottom side. I think Wayne is dead. Yeah. Poison. Tick. She did not respect that. If we can get another hit with the Herald, that'd be so good for us. Bad Timo. Okay. Should be fine. So this is why the Mercury Threads helped me out a lot. It reduced the time I was CC'd, so I was able to get away. And we also had the Blue Smite, so we can heal some of the movement speed and safely get out. I have a lot of gold, so I want to base now. I don't know what this guy is doing in the jungle. Got a kill, but still don't know what that was about. We don't need the refillable potion anymore. I'm gonna sell it, get a Bee of Sword, and build towards a Guardian Angel. Timu is pretty hard to gank because of his rooms. We can't really buy lens because Lee Sin needs the warding totem for his mobility. So control wards has to do. Drake is spawning soon as well. Counter gank. Yeah. Gonna ignore Rammus and then help out Wayne. Finally he went down. I had to smite this guy and then get out, because her Lux is coming. I don't have smite for the Drake, so that's a problem. We have Dinah coming in here, so we can win this fight. I'm not defending top. Dinah should be able to get her. Okay. I have smite up in 14 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and start this. I'm not sure if the plant is up, but normally you want to take out the plant. Yeah, that's pretty risky, but we had to do it. So we can start playing for the soul when it spawns. That's gonna give us a huge lead. Garen is already super far behind their top laner, so we want to end this game ASAP. We have a lot of scaling with the Vayne, but it is Nasus. Want to get this game over with. I don't have a ward up here, so if I hit a Q then I can go in, if I don't then... Nice. Of course you can time your abilities with your teammates here, so since Nautilus used his ultimate then I did not have to waste mine. Because it was a guaranteed hit when they are CC'd. Fighting mid to see what's going on. Finally left his lane. Nice. That's great. Okay, that's actually really great. We got the flash and heal out as well. And I also have gold to buy the Guardian Angel. So that's gonna help me survive in the fights because I want to dive and kick someone into our team. When I do that, I will be exposed to the rest of the enemy team. They really need to start buying some MR here. They're getting one shot by a Timo. Now we have the GA. I'm gonna buy the Asterix Gauge here for some anti-burst. You can also go for MR, but I think I'll one-shot the Teemo before he can burst us down. We already have a lot of MR with the Death Stance. Constantly dying bot, but Gwen actually has the 2 core items. So now she can delete Nasus and Rammus as long as we peel her, and she plays it properly. Go for these guys here. He does not have flash up. Nice. Really don't want to waste my ultimate here. You can see he is really tanky, and he is super far behind as well, so that's why we want to end the game. You win this. This is why I have the Guardian Angel, guys, because you can go for plays like this and still survive. I actually like to go for the Baron, but I don't have smite. Let's do it anyway. Let's just flip it. Okay, mid died, I'm not sure why. I don't have smite up, so it's very risky. The only thing I'm worried about is Lux teleporting and her ulting, but she's dead, so it should be alright. Go, got the Baron. Without having to use smite, and then we want to go for the Drake as well. I'm gonna call my teammates to go bot. Go straight for Lucian here. If he dies, then go. Then the Drake should be secured. This is top side, so this is free hopefully. Okay, team is also top. And Lux. So while they're doing weird stuff in the top lane, I'm just gonna go for the objectives, because that is how we're gonna close out the games. Go the blue buff here, because I don't need it anymore. Clear out the wolves camp. Now we are full build. This is something you normally don't want to reach on Lee Sin. He is not a late game champion, but this is basically because we are so far ahead. Now since my GA is up, I can go for those plays here, normally you would not be able to do. So my goal right now is to kick Teemo, Lux or Lucian. I want to kick the squishy ones. I don't want to kick the tanks into our team, because then they're just gonna delete our carries. I'm gonna slow him here, I don't want to be within range. Nice, finally, wow. These fights are way closer than they should be. I W back here, cause he's just gonna taunt me. But this distance makes us really tanky, and we can also sustain up really fast. Let's go for this tower here. I want to kill the Teemo. I'm not sure where our mid laner went. I hope it's not a race quit. Getting some objectives and we can play for the soul. But since we are 4 vs 5 right now, I want to make sure that I take someone out before the dragon spawns. Like, it's weird, it said she was DC'd. I didn't even notice the reconnected part. Maybe it didn't show, I don't know. He's going very aggressive. Normally I would give the rip up over to my ADC, but I am so fat that it's actually more worth it on me. I'm gonna go for the Teemo here. He needs to die. There we go. Teemo is the prior target because he is so fat. And Luxus as well. I'm gonna tank, that's fine. Because I had the GA. I also had the Stark's Cage as you can see here, so I'm countering a lot of burst. Want to take the tower here. I have my ultimate up soon as well, so we have really low cooldown on the ultimate, guys, in the late game. Want you to have a lot of CDR. And we should head towards the Drake here, push out the side lanes. That would be the correct play. Recall, push out the side lanes, and then meet at the Drake so we can get the soul. Wow, he died right there, that would have been so sad. Them coming here, I don't have a ward up. If I did, then I could pop in. But even if I'm this fed, if I go in alone, then I'm just going to die. This is how it is. I have absolutely 0 damage. I'm dead here. I want to save my W to dash to this one here. I don't have my ult up just yet. Okay, that actually blows quite a bit. I'm not gonna use my ult here because I'm dead. A bit heavy carrying this place here, but Wayne is getting her items. Should just stay far behind. At least we got the flash out of Rammus, so he will not be able to engage on Wayne if she plays it properly. So there is that. I just need people to hold. I think Teemo is the one carrying that team completely. Yes, Wayne is melting people. Just need to peel her. Diana has her ultimate up, why is she not using it? Nice. Now we need to go for the Baron. The jungler is dead, so we take the Baron and then we push one of the side lanes. Getting all my teammates to come here. Get another one of these. We are full build, so we can't really buy anything. We're just gonna go straight for the Baron. Rammus is dead and Nasus is dead, so they can't contest it, so we need to take this as soon as possible. Even if you're only 3, we can do it really fast. We have a Vayne and she has the core items completed here. Just gonna destroy it with a true damage and the on hit. I just need to make sure I don't mess up this might, and keep in mind what they have. They could potentially steal the drakes, so that's a lock salt. Right, secure that one. We need to go to the side lane. Not taking the rip off, I don't know why. Because this is the point where Lee Sin starts falling off, so what I can do becomes very limited, and I also don't have my GA up. Moment, I think they're here. Wow, this is such a huge fight. Really nice ultimate by Diana. The problem is that no one is buying the red lens. Except Nautilus. That is something you always should do against the Teemo. Hope you can catch him. Oh no, man. Still a lot of damage. Oh, he's building 80. That's why he's getting one shot. It was such a huge fight, but I did not have my GA up, so I just ended up dying. That kind of sucks a bit, but it's what it is. Need to group here. Find a way to flank. On Lee Sin, you need to flank and then you kick the prior target into your team, so in this case here it is Teemo. And minions almost took out that tower. Good to know it is very low HP. The inhibitor is back mid. We're at the point right now that if we lose a team fight they can probably go ahead and end the game, so they're trolling a bit here. His build is really bad as well. This is like the worst build you can go. You need Sonya Hourglass on Diana. It is also a champion that has to dive the teammates, so Sonya Hourglass helps a lot with saving, giving you some extra time. Still do not have my GA up. It's going to be very hard to play this fight. Garen is not very useful with this build. Then instead, but if we can get like a 4 or 5 man ult off again, then it could potentially turn out to be really good. Very annoying sound too. Okay, ultimate is down, there's always something. There is no way we are contesting this. Have to give it up. I have such a... Their entire team is ahead, that's why it is so hard for us to do anything. I need to switch these trinkets out. I don't know why they're sitting on them. Probably has shrooms everywhere here, so it's very hard to... I'm kicking asses right here because we have Wayne. That is the only reason. Trying to make sure that we are getting something at least. Okay, again, they're not buying Sucks that I actually have to tell him to do it. That should be something very obvious. Team is so annoying. Flash. Looks like it died either way. A bit we need QSS on Wayne, and we need people to buy the lens, which they're not. I don't know why. If I buy it on Lee Sin right now, then I can't do anything in the fights. I need it. I need the warding totem. Wow. They're dealing like 0 damage. Nice ult, but she's still going to die because she has no Sunny's Hourglass. Oh, I deal 0 damage to her. There's no way. Barely managed to hold. This game is so close, even though it should not be. It should actually be a pretty free win for us, but because of the itemization and people not grouping, then of course games will be very hard, but that's just how it is. Solo queue. Some games you'll just end up losing, no matter how well you play. The problem is they have teleport, so if I go Baron right now, they're just gonna teleport here and one-shot the Nexus. I think even if they teleport and I stay here, then I probably will not be able to hold it. Because Nasus can just pop his ultimate and then one-shot it with a Q. It's 100% going for the backdoor. Nasus. Okay, got one guy here who still wants to defend the base though. Dinah's staying, but have to pray they don't have wards in the base here. The jungler is dead though, so I would have loved to go for the Baron right now or a dragon. Had to fight right now, otherwise we lose. Missed the Q, but 3-man kick. Got the Nasus. I'm gonna go for the Drake here. Ramus is coming up, but I need to take this one here. Hopefully they can defend. Teleporting, so I guess this is GG's. Oh no, mind, okay. I'm gonna tank for him. I don't want Garen to die right now. Take this guy. Minded him here so he doesn't make it out. This actually turning out pretty good, but we still need to... The Nasus is up. We need Wayne to be in the base, he's the only one who can delete Nasus fast. Damn, this very difficult game. Had to do this. Sell the item here. Put a control ward in the base and then I can buy the item again. So guys, if your GA is on cooldown in the late game, just sell it and buy something better, like a random summon for example. Or an MR item against Teemo. Oh, I think she actually lost the game right there. Oh, she still doesn't have Sonya's Hourglass. Fights could actually be so easy if she buys the Hourglass, because then she can engage without having to die. Need to wait for our neighbors to come up. And we saw the Teemo here. I need to stay here and try to steal away. I'm gonna flash over something. Really hope they can take him out. I need to go for the steal here. It is a 50-50, but I have to try. Right, this is so good. Excellent, they lost the Baron, so they can't really push that well anymore. Somehow surviving this game. We are at a point where Lee Sin is really weak. Okay, she's dead. This is why I was able to push out this far, because we have the inhibitors up, so he can't backdoor anymore. It's kinda... Alright, we should be able to end the game here, hopefully. No need to go for the end. Hopefully Lucian is not trying to backdoor us. We do have the Baron recall, so it should be alright. There he is. He needs to die so he can end the game here, because he's just gonna spam his shrooms. Try to make it as annoying as possible for us. But hopefully this is GG's. Yes it is, so that was the Lee Sin guide. It was a pretty long game, but I do hope this was useful, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one.